Alright, it looks like we're live, Chris. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Yeah,
How are you doing?
well, we're 3 minutes late, which I'm not overly impressed by. But, you know, alarm clocks are going to be alarm clocks in your case.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, look where we are. We're back.
Where are we?
We're in Djose.
Oh, yeah, good. That's right.
We spend a lot of time,
I've been thinking about the future.
Oh, have you, Klatsko? We spent a lot of time playing some
Stay
Blitzball,
here for a while.
and now we're continuing on with our mission live as we can. What's this kid doing?
Lucio,
That is a good question.
where is he? I found him, but he was torn in half.
Oh, geez, that's a dark start.
That.
That idiot.
So that's the mood for today's
What
stream,
do I
huh?
do now?
I suppose
I can't
so.
do this. I'm going back to Besaid.
Go back to Besaid. That's a great idea.
Glad we're all going to be having fun.
Should we head into the temple? Should we do some more training? What should we play some more Blitzball? What should we do today, Chris?
I do not want to play Blitzball. I think we should head into the temple.
Alright. You're a killjoy.
I did not sign up for Blitzball.
What did you sign up for?
That is honestly unclear to me.
Hi, Anna, by the way. Nice to see you in the chat. Thanks for putting through our
So you're
our
a
team.
champion of Yevon now,
As
Braska?
always, yes.
As was custom.
Hmm.
Ah, these
I
dickheads.
beg your pardon, but may I ask your
Oh,
name?
dickheads.
They're
I am
definitely
Summoner
dickheads.
Yuna, from the Isle of Besaid.
As I thought. The daughter of Lord Braska. You have the look of your father.
My father, you knew him?
No, I have never met the man.
He's kind of famous, you know. You may not have
My
realized.
apologies. I am Isaru. I am a summoner, like you.
I'm Bussy. Pleased to meet you.
And I'm Maroda.
These
I'm
guys
guarding
all
my big brother here.
literally
Since
siblings?
I was a child, I've
I
always
think
looked up
they're
to
supposed
Lord
to be,
Braska.
yeah.
I wished I would someday become a high
Genetics
summoner
might have
like he
something to
was.
say about that.
You must have some of your father's talent in you.
Parents with two different
I
skin
believe
colors.
you might someday
Ah, yeah.
defeat sin.
Yep.
They have different eye colors as well. It's hard to tell.
I'm not really.
Yeah.
I've only just become a
know.
summoner.
I mean, you and your
Of
brothers have
course,
quite different
I've
skin
no
colors.
intention of losing either.
That's true. They are very white.
So perhaps we should race to see who can defeat sin first, no?
Very well then. I accept your challenge.
Isaru.
If it was as easy as
Yuna,
these guys
I
seem
beg
to
your
be
leave.
suggesting it is,
Good luck to both of us.
why isn't there just like a line of summoners who are already ready to take on the take on Sin?
Yeah, to be honest, I don't know if Isaru has thought this through, because, like, knowing what the pilgrimage means, why would you bring your 10-year-old brother?
It's so pretty.
I mean,
Like, knowing what happens at the end, why would you do that?
well, they don't know about the final summoning, right?
Yeah, I mean, they know that they don't know the whole bit, but they know Isaru's gonna die at the end.
Yeah, but like, if that's what you've trained your whole life to be, and that's what you're gonna do no matter what, then surely you'd want to be the one to protect your sibling, rather than let someone else do it, right?
I guess. Anna suggests, is there a hint of gallows humor with him? I don't know what there is.
Can you define the word gallows humor for me? Or the phrase?
Like dark humor.
He seems very earnest to me.
Yeah,
Is there just a dead body on the floor?
yeah. There is. They've had a lot of people die. You can't blame them.
Is this guy masturbating?
You know what? I'm not going to answer that.
Just in the middle of the temple.
I think you have already answered that question for yourself.
thinking about his chocobo. And then this guy's just looking at it and he was just like, oh my.
So much for the solemn tone.
I'm imagining that in George Takei's voice, that oh my.
Oh no.
Just like the Team 4-star when George Takei gets in the his lines crossed.
Hey, you.
Nope.
Me?
Yeah, me.
You are Yuna's guardian, no?
Wish you could
Well,
change
for the
clothes in this
curious
game.
rumor, I thought you should know.
Like, customizable
I
clothing
heard it
would
from those
be quite a
Crusaders.
cool thing to work
that
with in
Southerners have been
Spira,
going
where
on
they
a
have such an
pilgrimage and just
eclectic concept of fashion.
It could just
Yeah, it
be
might be
the
nice.
fiends got them.
I mean,
Not so
they
much
took
And
it...
they do have some kind of like
Sorry,
paper
I
doll
don't know
concept
more,
going on
but
with the character
watch
models,
your
because you do
back.
change weapons
Ain't
and
much future for a guardian
and
without
armor.
Caesar, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What? What y'all talking
I mean the
about?
armor items are like not
We're
actual
talking
armor.
about doing
they're
your job as a
accessories, but
guardian.
Yeah, like there is some
I'm
degree
doing
of
good.
swapping out
Right, big
the
brother?
graphics engine is capable of doing.
Yeah. Yeah,
Please
exactly.
be careful.
Will do.
So... And then obviously they take it like the next step too far with Final Fantasy X-2, where
Be right there.
changing outfits is like the way you play the game, so...
I had the impression that a lot of people
trials
quite
lies
liked
within.
that system.
Are
But,
you-
With the dress system.
well,
Well, it
yeah.
was really flexible, right? Thank you for the definition, Anna. I appreciate that. Oh, right, gallows. Yeah, that makes
We are
sense.
ready.
Yeah.
What did you hear?
No, I read gallows, but I thought galley, so I thought it was something to do with a ship's kitchen.
Oh dear.
Yeah, not that.
Right. Have you not heard that phrase before?
Gallows human? No, new to me.
Oh.
Don't hang around with convicts on death row, clearly, Chris.
Yeah, as I do so often.
Well, you spend a long time in America. It is legal there, or in some states.
Right, yeah. 1% of the population in prison, you know, you're gonna meet a few people who are set up to be executed.
Yeah. Do they still hang people anywhere?
Not in America. I don't know about anywhere in the world. They might in Iran, I'm not sure.
Did you? I hope you just picked that out of your head. Or I hope you didn't just pick that out of your head.
You know, it's totally just a guess.
Oh, that's problematic. Just pick a country that's known for human rights violations.
Well, they are one of the countries that execute the most people in the world.
Good.
Along with the US, as it happens.
There we go. I only vaguely remember this one. This was the first. This was the first trial I ever did.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did it for my cousin.
Oh.
Because he couldn't figure it out. So let's see if I can still remember it.
I can never remember all the steps to this one. It always takes me a while to remember how it works.
Ah, that's right. Then you electric charge the pedestal. So, Chris, we haven't. I mean, we did a stream the other night, which if you haven't missed, if you haven't caught, please go back and take a look. Of course, it was the second episode of our Pokemon Emerald playthrough, just as a test to see if this would work. And it seemed to, so that's why we're here. But aside from that, we haven't really spoken to to the gang in a couple of months. So what's new with you, Chris?
Not a whole lot, frankly.
You are still in New Zealand,
Yes.
and you are still trying to figure out what you want to do with your life.
More or less. I am still waiting to see whether the US is ever going to be safe to return to.
And by safe, you generally mean COVID stuff, not election stuff, right?
Both, honestly. But yeah, primarily.
Right, and that one goes in there, and then you get the 2 wings. Is this a jellyfish? Is that what you're making, or is it a bird? It's got an eye. It can't be a jellyfish.
Yeah, it's one of the letters of the Yavin alphabet.
Doesn't mean it couldn't be a bird.
Eh.
1996, according to Anna, was the last hanging in the US.
Yeah, I can believe that.
Which is, within both of our lifetimes, so...
Yeah, they do lethal injections now.
I think it'd be cool to,
Delightful.
I just think it'd be cool to be able to request it, right? What would you request, Chris?
What would I request?
Yeah, but where's this guy gonna go?
I might request the guillotine.
Make them have to go through the whole trouble of creating one. I like that. I like that. And if you could choose where?
I don't know if that matters. Apparently, according to Anna, in 2020, hanging is available as a secondary method of execution in Delaware, New Hampshire, and Washington.
Well, this is why we keep Anna around.
I guess you can request it.
Wonder why no one does. Where does this
I don't
thing go?
I don't think anyone's been executed in those states in quite a while. I'm not certain about that. But I don't think those are super execution-heavy states.
Well, I mean, that makes sense, right? That makes sense. I don't remember where this destruction sphere is supposed to go. This is one of the easier temples to come back to if we need to do it in order to get anima. But I seem to remember you can go up. Oh, I think I remember where it is now. Okay, I remember. We're on the right track.
Yes.
So yeah, you've been figuring out what to do with your life and whether it would be safe to go back to the US. Why would you go back to the US, Chris? You're in New Zealand. It's a COVID-free paradise. Asterisks, there are kind of 1 or 2 cases.
Well, I do kind of want to finish my PhD.
Oh, you're doing a PhD? No way.
I am. How much are we assuming people don't know here?
Tell them what you want them to know.
I'm doing a PhD in classical studies. I studied the Roman classical history. And at the moment I am not doing that, because I have left.
So you've taken a year out.
Yeah.
I believe that, Anna, about nitrogen asphyxiation. One of our old chemistry teachers used to tell us that one of the nicest ways, apparently, to die was from not too much carbon dioxide, but not enough oxygen, because your brain just kind of goes to sleep. And then dies.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember who that chemistry teacher was, Chris?
Be calm and wait.
I have to assume it was Jerry.
We wait
It was goodsy.
You should try to settle
Oh,
down.
was it? Oh, you know what? Actually, that tracks.
Good
Yeah.
old Jack Gibbs.
He
Well,
would know the
well,
best
you
way to
again.
kill someone.
Still traveling with quite
Oh.
a crowd, I see.
This lady's here.
I never had chemistry with him.
What is it, Bartel?
Oh, you missed out, Chris. You missed out.
Riffraff?
You are Aaron, no?
What of it?
Can I shake your hand?
I just love the flex before asking the question.
No. Sir Aaron. You're the reason I became a guardian.
So, Chris, as you've,
I'm strong. You don't have to be embarrassed to shake my hand.
I like how he wipes it as well. I guess they don't really have like.
Thank you, sir.
We haven't seen any bathrooms
This means
or
so
any
much to
like
me.
evidence of washing, have we?
calling the personal guardian of Lord Braska riffraff.
Would we
And
expect?
you call yourself
I don't know.
a summoner?
I just imagine their hands are really dirty.
Bartello, enough. Get back here.
Hang in there, buddy. Hey?
That voice
that's-
actress really chewed that line, didn't she?
How
Bartello,
often do you get to see characters
enough.
that can actually use the bathroom, right?
I mean, in Final Fantasy VII, it's there.
Quite the show.
In
yeah.
fact, most houses in Final Fantasy VII have a bathroom that you can go into, and you can use it. I think if you buy the house in Costa del Sol.
Stop pacing around, Pete.
Don't tell me what to do.
I swear.
Okay, so
I'll
Final
never
Fantasy
wash
VII
this
is the
hand
only
again.
game in the Final Fantasy series where people use the bathroom.
Please, touch me with that hand.
Everywhere
and I'll
else,
move
just in the street.
I want to say 8 has bathrooms as well.
it. How much longer? She sure is taking
Yeah, I
her
can
sweet
believe that.
time. You should try
In
to
the
settle
gardens,
down.
well, because they
You
try
will be
and
blamed
like
if
set up
anything happens.
all the places as like a home, right?
Not all summoners are like.
The gardens.
Pick spot.
There is a Final Fantasy VIII challenge that's interesting that we could do next, Chris, that I've tried to do
Oh,
once
no.
and failed. And that's to beat the game without leveling up.
Oh yes, I am familiar with this one.
It's an awful challenge.
It
You
seems like a bad
go
idea,
much to
frankly.
your father.
It is. It's terrible.
All these guardians.
I accidentally
And so
leveled up
Oren
on
too.
the last disc.
And I hear Mr. Seymour's quite taken with you.
So yeah, that made
The
me
world
angry
must
and I
be
left.
Different when you're the
I
daughter
never
of the
finished.
master.
I never finished that playthrough.
This has nothing to do with my father. I'm traveling on my own as a full-fledged summoner.
On your own. Not
Oh,
really.
Is that so?
What's Titus doing in the
Try
background?
Standing on your own two legs for
Is he
once.
shadowboxing?
Your guardian
Someone
will
animated that.
protect you when the time comes.
That's quite cool. Oh, yeah, there we go. And I remember. I remember what the suggestion
What was our plan?
I remember. It wasn't all capitals. We're not doing all capitals, are we?
I don't know, honestly. I assume not.
I don't. It's been so long. I don't remember.
Very good.
Pixie Brawn, and it just fits too.
Excellent.
Welcome to the team, Pixie Brawn.
Mm.
And apparently, we're just sleeping.
No matter how dark the night, morning always comes. And our journey begins anew.
I suppose that's true. You might be waiting a long time if you live, like, in the Arctic Circle, though.
We're leaving once Yuna gets here.
Yeah, I don't know if she's speaking literally.
Get ready for the journey ahead.
Thanks, Oren. I thought I was just, gonna waltz off.
Donna has left. Isaru too.
Can we leave?
We're
Ah,
leaving once Yuna gets here.
I'm glad Anna's excited about Ixibron.
As we all should be.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. When he finds out he's had a character named after him, I'm sure he'll be ecstatic. I heard from him last week, so he is alive.
I'm going back
Well,
to
that's
Djose.
fortunate. We can never take that for
With Lucy
granted these
gone.
days.
It's quite sad to think of a 10-year-old boy dying, but yeah, you're right.
Most of the other
We're back in
go
lockdown,
soon.
by the way, if people didn't know. I'm in the UK, of course, having actually just recently moved from Scotland, which is not on lockdown, to England. I mean, you'll be forgiven for thinking they were exactly
Wait,
the
is
same place.
Is Scotland not locked down?
No, Scotland's not. So
Really?
at some point, they decided that. Oh, what's this guy doing? Hey, he's. How does one say that, Chris?
Clear.
No, oh, I thought I was trapped behind him.
She was working until dawn, healing the wounded, sending the fallen.
Okay. I guess I'll just let her sleep for now.
Is that voice actress's only line?
I have no idea.
It seems a really odd
I have-
role to voice.
What?
Well, I have to assume a lot of
Don't
minor
worry.
characters have the same voice
But it's
actors.
morning.
Like, they wouldn't hire someone just for one person.
I'm so sorry.
If I remember correctly,
I'll get ready
in
right away. Just a moment.
in voice acting in the US at least, you're
worry.
paid the same price
okay.
for between 1 and 3, so they often get you to voice 3 things. Oh, here she is. This is one of the cutest scenes in the entire game, so I won't talk over it.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me.
Really, there's no rush. Here, your hair.
A summoner with bad hair. What's the world coming to?
You could have woken me up.
We called to you, but with all that snoring.
What is it today? Everyone's picking on me.
just Walker's chest.
Once Lady Yuna fixes her hair, we leave.
It's like Walker doesn't even get a face; he just gets a chest.
I hadn't really laughed like that in a long time. It was only later that I realized. The only one really laughing then was me.
I don't agree with Titus here.
Laughing must have been the only thing keeping them going.
I think that that's a genuine moment where they're all just kind of bonding. Like it's
Yeah,
a
it
genuine
kinda reads that
moment.
way.
Yeah, it doesn't read like, oh, these are sad people masking their feelings. It's like a genuine, like, we were supposed to be doing something. But
They
the person,
forget for a moment that they're taking her to die.
Yeah, that's exactly how I read that scene. It's just a really touching moment. One of the few.
I guess if this is all him telling the story to them at Zanarkand, which they all know, then they can contradict him.
Yeah. I like to think at this point someone, pipes up. Hey, it's just, that lady just ran into us.
Yeah.
I'm starting a vendetta, Chris. He beat himself up all night. Him and that other guy who liked chocobos. 10 potions.
Oh, I just got it. Oh no.
You're a bit slow, mate.
Lady Yuna, you must be exhausted after working so hard last night. Will you be okay?
I feel that I have rested enough.
Lucille clearly
thank you
not
for
worried
your
about
kindness.
being attacked by
Will you be
monsters
leaving
in her
too?
upper thigh area.
Yes. First we cross the Moonflow, and then we head north in search of chocobos to replace those we have
It's another
lost.
one of those scenes,
Once
Chris,
we find chocobos,
where they've
our
got
mounted
talking
forces
people
will ride
facing
again.
away. So you don't have to do the lip flaps.
Sensible.
Wait for me!
Oh,
What took you so long? We're leaving.
Oh, You do like
I
him.
love Vasco. He's so adorable.
Yeah. Like, he is 100% who you would be in this universe.
It is possible.
Like, you'd be a combination of him and Maichen.
Elmo, Klasko, let's go. Ma'am.
I believe last time we decided that was the actual pronunciation, didn't we?
No complaints.
I think it's Machen, but
No. Remember, we decided it was a Greek Kai.
Nice.
Where to next?
Now Walker's
Across
shadow
the Moonflow.
boxing.
Gotcha. Moonflow, baby, here we come.
Oh man, I'm having flashbacks to Final Fantasy X-2 with some awful quests around this area. Chasing that little blue guy. Ah. Oh. Oh, we get to fight an Ochu. Yeah. I think we said that this is about when things are going to start getting properly difficult for us because of how much we were messing with well, everything, I guess. Oh
yeah, that's right. None of our characters make sense. Good.
Yep, that is right. None of our... Oh, jeez. None of our characters make sense. Oh, good. Well, that's one of the least helpful first turns we've had in a while. Oh, good. We did something, which I suppose is better than last
So
turn.
you need someone with magic skills.
No, Lulu, you don't have magic skills.
Summoner Yuna, ready.
Alright. Oh, we still have the long animations on. That's cool. So yeah, going back to what we were saying in the temple, I've recently moved from Scotland to England, where in England there is a lockdown, Scotland there isn't. There's a 5-tier system, and your county is put in a different tier based on their local health board numbers. And schools are still open everywhere, which kind of I don't understand, but you know what, like, the British aren't going to be told what to do. So yeah. They seem to be enamored with this idea of having a normal Christmas regardless of what the actual facts of the situation are, which I'm super confused about. Like, they were talking about in the media having a break from lockdown if lockdown was still in place for Christmas.
Yeah.
Like, putting lockdown on hold and being like, sorry, lockdown? Christmas. Which, like, I understand Christmas is important to go see families for those of you who have families in the same country and can actually go see them, and like, it's a nice break from the year and from work and stuff like that. But at the same time, like, we didn't get a... Like, there was no push to have Eid off. There was no push for Ramadan or any of the other, like, religious festivals that make up, like, a significant portion of Britain's population. This obsession with Christmas is, I mean, borderline, like, problematic. Like, from a race perspective. It's just really disappointing. I mean, the whole thing's disappointing, let's be honest.
Well, yeah. It's not like the UK's done anything else right so far.
And they're still about to leave the EU, so yay for that. That's happening in January, apparently.
Oh, good.
Yeah. God, what a bungle that's been. Welcome to the Politics Podcast with Jim and Chris while we play Final Fantasy. We've talked about America, we've talked about New Zealand, now we've talked about Britain. What's this lady want?
Good day,
everyone. We can all learn
Good day,
a
Shalinda.
lesson from what has happened to the Crusaders. Only the truly faithful have a hope of defeating sin.
It's quite fun how the exact opposite of that is true. Like, she couldn't have been more wrong with what she just said. Right. Titus, we need you to cast some spells.
Oh boy.
150 damage. 4 of them will kill it.
It's progress.
Oh, man.
Anna says, Jim, if you don't live in the US, you really can't talk about insane national obsessions with Christmas.
No, I mean, that's probably true as well. That's probably true as well. Oh, that's right. Oh, the person I was curing, I just swapped out. Whoops. Well, I need someone to attack the shell thing. I mean, yeah, that's true. It was just odd to me. Who admittedly is like on the atheistic side of agnostic. But yeah, it was just seemed really weird to me that in amongst discussion of being locked down and literal thousands of people dying was a discussion of having a break for Christmas. Oh man, this is gonna be tough. Why have we done this to ourselves, Chris?
I think it was your idea.
You would blame me for something like this.
Yes, I would. Because it's your fault.
It's usually my fault. It's usually my fault. Oh. I like to think of that as growth. Being able to concede that it's usually my fault.
Yeah, that is true. That is an improvement.
How does one get through this snaky path? There we go. Oh, good. This bastard again.
Well, this.
Oh, man.
We're not going to have a whole lot to talk about if it takes us this long to get through these areas.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't disagree. Unfortunately, we can't throw on a max repel at this stage. At this stage, it's okay. I'll just summon Seronimo and he'll kick some butts.
Still haven't turned on the quick animations.
Still have not turned on the quick animations. That's fine. That's fine. Oh. This is it. I mean, it is one part of the game that I don't actually normally spend that much time. As we've discussed in the past, I normally do a massive grind on Mikan High Road. And so this I just kind of waltz straight through usually. So it's different to be spending a little bit of time here. Do you have any good memories of the Moonflow, Chris?
Not really, to be honest. I mean, I like the giant elephant.
What's it called? Come on.
The what did I pronounce it? Swooper.
Oh, I was not expecting the voice. Oh, that was good.
The voice.
That was good. I appreciate that. I think the moralizing tale that comes with it from Waka about the Makina city built on the lake just because they could is an interesting one. Because humans have been building cities on lakes.
He's got another one of his cartoonishly racist lines there as well. About the Albert.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, it's also, I mean, spoilers coming up, but it's also the case that Yuna does get kind of taken by the Albed there. briefly. Oh god, we didn't kill it. That was a mistake. Good. Still okay.
Anna points out we haven't seen Ixibron's animations yet. I think even if you have it set to quick animations, it shows you the full one the first time.
Yep,
is that right?
correct. We haven't seen it. Okay, so next battle, not next battle. Next time we face an Ochu, I will summon Ixibron, and Bron can join us in spirit, if not in person.
Yes, good.
Oh, good. Level 1 key spheres. Need those. You don't need them. Oh, what did we get? Did we get a magic sphere? Yeah, we did. Yes.
Tidus can be less terrible now.
Tidus can be less terrible now. And more MP. Look at him. 16 magic. He's still the second least magic. God, we picked some bad characters to do this with. I picked some bad characters to do this. Start using my I words, I phrases.
Yes, because everything is your fault, as we have learned.
As we have learned.
I'm just along for the ride here.
Oh man. Oh, look, and it's an Ochu just for you, Anna. Look at them building their doors in the walls just because they could. Yeah, well. Yeah, well.
Let's see.
What was I talking about before that? Don't recall. Chris, what was I talking about?
I don't know if you were talking about anything, to be honest.
You just generally zone out when I start speaking. You're like, oh, look, Jim's talking again.
And you were talking. I don't know if it was about anything important.
I mean, it's often not, but, I mean, you could at least pretend.
I think we were just talking about how everything was your fault.
No, before that. There was something, definitely.
Lockdown?
After that. Because that's how we got onto Christmas. Oh, yeah. We were talking about the city built on the lake.
About the what now?
The city built on the lake.
My name's Yuna.
Oh, yes.
Pleased to meet you.
My name is Ixibron. I think he has a slightly robotic voice. That's an okay amount of damage. What does it say? I was going to say that Waka's exception to the city being built on a river is kind of weird because, sorry, on a lake, because haven't humans been building cities on lakes for like a fairly long time?
Yeah, Tenochtitlan.
That was what I was thinking of mainly. I mean, Venice obviously is a city that's kind of on marshes.
It can be done. It's doable.
But it's not even like technologically that difficult to do. And it's
not a futuristic thing.
No, and as Tidus points out, it would be super useful to have all that fresh water there. As anyone who's played Civ 6 will know, fresh water kind of useful if you want people around.
Oh yes.
Oh man, Ron didn't do enough damage. Well. Oh, an overkill's nice though. An overkill is nice. There we go, as we continue on with our journey. Look, it's Biran and Yimki?
Yeah, that's them.
And a very confused... Can we go around them? Oh, man. Let's see how less bad Tidus is now. 200 damage.
I'm gonna bet not
230!
That's a solid improvement, yeah.
Look at him. Look at him go.
He's almost a real black mage now.
He's almost as good as when Lulu started. He can, yeah, it's still a 3-hit kill though, which is, I mean, troublesome. Oh, we could be stealing off all these guys. Should have been doing that. Oh.
It's depressing that Kimari's Lancet is one of our best attacks.
Of the things I can remember, one thing that is burnt into my memory from our playthrough of this game so far is that battle against the damn Sin Spawn.
What are you talking about? It was fine.
I was just gonna say, I felt like Oprah then with those potions. I was just like, you get a potion, and you get a potion, and you get a potion. Can you consult our, I think we said he was going to be a white mage.
I mean, he's supposed to be a mage, but which way is he actually supposed to go for that?
This way. Well.
Alright.
Yeah, this way. And he can get steal on the way so that we can have all the people who can steal. And we can get scan because that's so useful. I don't remember the last time I used scan in this game.
I use it moderately often.
Yeah, but that's the Pokemon collector in you.
Yes.
You just want to see what every monster's Pokedex entry is.
Kimari's friends.
Not all.
Looks just
like him. The big ones, bosses and such.
What?
Both follow summoners on all fours. Hornless goatlings. Hornless!
So goats are a thing in this universe.
These are such weird insults.
You come to insult Kimari?
When do goats grow their horns?
Wrong. We come to warn Kimari.
I have no idea.
Summoners disappear. Never return. Next will be Kimari's summoner. Poor Kimari lost his horn. Next lose his summoner. Pitiful Kimari. Howl alone. Howl alone.
And then they just run away.
Do those two?
It's just very mean-spirited,
got something
honestly.
against you?
It's such a confusing interaction. Were they trying
What?
to warn
they were
us?
just picking on you?
Kimari will deal with them.
I don't know.
And I'll help.
No, Kimari alone.
But,
It's Kimari's problem. We can't interfere. It's a rule.
In what way is this a rule?
Let the Ronso deal with Ronso problems.
Just Waka being casually racist again?
I mean, I'm worried about those summoners disappearing.
They aren't just disappearing.
Oh, I should say for everyone at home, in this new place, I'm currently sitting on a Swiss ball as I play this game. So if at any point you hear a whoa and a bit of a thump and it goes quiet for a while, it's because I fell off. I've fallen off twice. I've been here a week.
You haven't fallen off twice since the stream started.
No. Twice this week.
I was thinking, oh, you've managed to keep that quiet. Well done.
Well, thankfully my headphones have an extra long cord, so if I were to fall off, they probably wouldn't pull my laptop on top of me. Probably. Yeah. Just in case I do go flying, I wanted to get ahead of that. Yuna, come on, you're supposed to be someone attacking.
And Anna has looked up goat horns for us.
Oh, good.
Goats grow their horns anywhere from 4 to 10 days old, depending on the breed. Males grow their horns faster and will need to be disbudded sooner, while females can wait a bit longer.
Oh, that's a genuinely interesting fact. Thank you, Anna. So I guess hornless goatling is an insult.
Yeah.
And I believe
I mean, it does imply they do have goats.
It does.
It
It does.
The Ronso keep goats.
Well, that they know about the life cycle of goats. See, you won't get this kind of analysis of this game anywhere else. And probably for good reason. That's why there's only...
I think that might be a good...
Yeah. That's why there's only 4 people watching. One of them is Chris.
Say your prayers.
Alright. Tamara can deal with the bunyipy thing. That one actually... Yeah, it is a bunyip.
When do you estimate our characters will be competent at their chosen jobs?
It depends. It depends when you let me do some more grinding. I imagine that our foray into weird things like having multiple people with steel is going to come in handy when we go to the desert.
Oh yeah.
That's what I think, because you can start killing Machina quite quickly. And there's that section where you get attacked by 3 different kinds of Machina. And you can also heal using Use. It's basically a nice little spot there just for grinding. So, more level 1 key spheres. So in the game's narrative, Chris, where are we?
We are on a road.
Yeah, but if we were to zoom out from the specifics, just looking at the overall narrative of the game, because we've just had that line from Titus about him being the only one who was actually laughing, which is quite foreboding.
Right.
Oh, we can steal here. Oh, a remedy. Thank God for that.
I mean, if you're playing this the first time, if you don't know the twists and stuff, it's plausible that he's referring to just everyone still being very down about what just happened at Mushroom Rock.
Yeah, plausibly. But in the sense of the game, we're supposed to be thinking that Shalinda is right. This is supposed to have... I think we're supposed to be feeling really like this is the only way of beating Sin. This is our way forward. And it's supposed to fuel our drive on our mission, right?
Yeah.
And then Seymour's a guy that we've now fought with, who still gives us the creeps, but is potentially not an evil person. Remember, I don't even remember a world where I didn't dislike Seymour.
Yeah, he's so extravagantly dressed that he has to be a villain, right?
Well, with hair like that in the Final Fantasy series, you're either the main character, which we know he's not, or you're the arch villain. Trying to remember Final Fantasy VII. Does Unalesca have crazy hair? Not Unalesca. Who's the arch? I think it is another Y.
Sorry, I'm not sure who you're referring to.
The main evil sorceress in Final Fantasy VIII.
Oh, well, I wouldn't know.
Because there's Adel, who's a sorceress. There's Edia, who's a sorceress. And both inhabited by a sorceress from the future, past, present. Blah. Something goes weird at the end of that game.
Jonathan tried to explain the plot of Final Fantasy VIII to me once, and it did not help at all.
It wouldn't. Final Fantasy VIII is insane. full stop, insane. Have we gone the wrong way? Yes, we've gone the wrong way. Well, that's fine. That's fine. Please be more magic. Oh, magic defense.
Yeah, I think Yuna... sorry, not Yuna. I think Lulu starts with a decent magic attack, and there's actually not that many...
Yeah, that's correct.
Boost her magic.
Sorry, I was just reading your comment there, Anna, and I can only apologize that I didn't kill Seymour so that he didn't get any experience. Yeah, I'm sorry, I failed us all. You know, if I had done that, then maybe we wouldn't encounter the problems that, you know, we're about to encounter. But to go back to our discussion, Chris, about plot, then I guess we're kind of in this zone where we're supposed to be...
It sounded like you had a point.
No, I was just curious. Like, we're just in the zone where I think we're just supposed to be digesting all the action that's happened. Like, this is a kind of a lull in the narrative.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because the first movement, as it were, is kind of all leads up to meeting Auron again, right? Because we start with Auron at the very beginning, and then it's all about meeting someone. We go through the Blitzball tournament, and we meet up with Auron again, and that's the end of like this first chapter. And so the next chapter kind of begins with Seymour, I think. So I think the next like section of the story is based around Seymour, and Mihin High Road is kind of our first glimpse into him as a person, having seen him originally at Luca. So I think that's where we are. In the story right now, we're supposed to be digesting all the information that we've been given, reflecting on the role of Yevon, the Crusaders, and Seymour himself. I think that's what we're supposed to be doing.
Reasonable.
I'm just thinking from like a story structure standpoint. Where are we?
Yeah, this is kind of after
I didn't die.
After Operation Nika, we're sort of dealing with lower stakes stuff for a while until I guess basically until Bickering, until we get to the destruction of home.
Well, no, because the reason I think it's about Seymour, and really it's about Seymour until that kind of it all comes to a head at the pseudo marriage. Oh, hi, lady.
We meet again.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I heard you took part in Operation
You're my
Nika.
only hope.
You've seen that Machina aren't the answer. In the end, only summoners can hope to defeat sin.
I mean, Belgamin, you're
I must train harder.
You're really hammering home this point, Shilinda, then Belgamin.
I propose a contest on Aeon.
Didn't we decide that this name should be Belgemini?
I think they pronounce it Belgemini.
I'm ready. That's the spirit.
Belgemini.
But before we be...
Sure, whatever.
You must refer to her as Belgemini from now, Chris.
I shall not.
Okay, who's going to fight her, Ixibron? I mean...
This feels kind of weird doing the summoning animation while she just stands perfectly still.
Call whichever Aeon.
She's just very stoic, Chris. I guess we'll go Geronimo. Nothing against Tony, but I think we go Geronimo only because Geronimo can heal himself. But yeah, the reason why I say that I think that this section of the story is about Seymour is because the next narrative beat is in Guado Salam.
Well, the next narrative beat is Riku joining up.
Yeah, and I think I think that weaves in the story that eventually comes to a head with this is the start of the end of the story. When Riku comes in, because it starts to introduce to us this idea of consequences of our pilgrimage. So I think that's the third chapter, and the chapters kind of overlap, if that makes sense.
More or less.
If I were storyboarding this, which, just to be clear, I'm not. Do you agree with that take? Do you have a different take?
I'm not sure. I'd probably have to think about it for a while.
Yeah, I mean, I've never really...
I think it seems reasonable.
I mean, personally, I've never really sat down and broken down the story like that, but thinking about it now, I kind of feel like we're in that middle chapter and we're kind of in between two bits. We're in a liminal space, Chris. We've just had a whole bunch of action, and we're now in the kind of quiet part of the story where, we're hanging out. Oh man, it didn't die.
I guess in terms of rising stakes and climaxes and culminations and so on, I feel like the sort of the natural breaking points are Operation Mayhem, Bevelle, Zanarkand. If you wanted to break the kind of 3-act sort of thing.
I mean, I think Makalania Temple is kind of a big deal too.
Yeah, but it's a less big deal.
It's a less big deal.
Yeah.
Literally killing someone is a less big deal.
Right. All the other stuff that happens here. Yeah, I think killing Seymour is a less big deal than Bevelle, where we basically go to war against the Church of Heaven.
Yeah, but surely you include that as like a step on. Anna suggests Belgium Mini.
Yes, Belgium Mini. Perfect.
See, the thinking in my head is it's like hegemony. Oh, speaking of hegemony, I don't know why this popped into my head. Chris, you've been playing a new game recently.
Here. Oh yeah. I've been playing the Marble Age remaster. Shall I talk about what this is?
Yeah, tell the people, Chris. Tell the two people.
It's just a game about Greek history. It was originally a Flash game, I think, years ago, and they've released their remaster just this week on Steam with a bunch of improved graphics and such. It is basically a turn-based kind of strategy-ish game where you have a certain number of people that you have to assign to different tasks in your city, resources, and build up gradually. Overcome a series of major historical trials in Greek history. So, you have to fight the Persians when they invade, and you have to fight the Romans later.
And depending on how you play it, you can come up with some very alternate versions of history.
Potentially, yeah. Although the game structure kind of assumes that you succeed in everything, which is in itself kind of ahistorical, really. But the Greeks did not beat the Romans.
I mean, they did.
In a sense. But not, like, militarily.
I mean...
Yeah, Perseus lost at Cynoscephala, right?
I mean, not what I was gonna say. But... So you're saying the Greeks didn't beat the Persians? You're saying the Greeks didn't beat the Persians?
They did beat the Persians, yes. Not all of this. I think that succeeding in every trial that the game puts before you, which is what the game assumes,
Yeah.
is a historical.
Yeah. The Greeks didn't beat the Romans. And then we get that weird, like, Byzantine period at the end of the game.
But yeah, have I sufficiently explained what the game is about, do you think?
Yeah, kind of. It's just
Have I covered, like, basically the premise of it?
I think so.
But yeah, the main thing that the remaster adds, other than just all the
Belgemine is apparently the phonetic.
That is what I said.
Yeah, Belgemine.
You have no trust in me.
No. I'm. Apparently, Anna has no trust in you. She's the one who looked it up. I'm just hanging out here, Chris. I'm just reading the chat because I'm a man of the people. Unlike you, just like to listen to yourself talk. God, get a.
You asked me to talk.
Get a blog, mate.
Maybe I will.
Oh, I'd like to see the day. For anyone who doesn't know, which hopefully is no one, Chris does have a blog. Chris has run the Pokemaniacal blog for nearly 10 years.
Oh,
We have to figure out what we're going to do. We've been saying that for a while. But we do need to figure out a kind of a 10-year celebration, as it were.
Oh no.
If you do have any ideas, and you are a regular reader of Chris's blog, then do let us know what you'd like to see Chris and I do. One thing that I'm going to say we're not going to do is we're not going to do another Nuzlocke speedrun. For anyone who followed that 2 years ago, 3 years ago, however many years ago, when Chris and I were together for New Year's.
So nearly 3 years ago.
God, time flies. That was the last time you were in the UK, correct?
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, you were in. That's when you were in Greece, right? And you came over.
Yeah.
Because it was easier than going home. What else did you do while you were in Greece, Chris? You didn't just visit me. Why were you there for a year?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you over the game for a minute.
That's okay. You were in Greece for an entire year, right?
Yeah.
What were you doing there?
Well, I was there for an academic program with the American School of Classical Studies in Athens, which is basically for PhD students at American institutions to travel the country and visit pretty much every archaeological site.
Right, so you're just touring around the Greek countryside with other classicists looking at old things.
Yeah, it's a hell of a trip.
Sounds like it. And did you commemorate that in any way?
I did, as it happens. Yeah,
No way.
I thought. Shut up. I started writing poetry about all the places that we went to, and there were about 300 of them.
300 places or 300 poems?
Yes.
Good. Glad we clarified.
Yeah. And you can buy this now. You can buy this ridiculous book of esoteric poetry about Greek archaeological sites that I wrote.
Are you telling me that you are a published author, Chris?
I mean, self-published. But yeah, I guess.
Now that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And if you haven't been following at home, this is the thing that I was trying to get Chris to talk about, and he uncomfortably avoided the topic. So for all of you who had Chris's back...
I didn't know when it was going to be done. I didn't know when it was going to be ready.
Yeah, so you say. So you say.
But yeah, the book is called Travelers in an Antique Land. You can buy it at blurb.com. It's either print to order or you can download an ebook, which should work for Kindle Fire. I think the Kindle desktop app it should work for, and any Apple device.
Oh, look at you! Look at you pumping out a plug for your work. I'm glad.
Frankly, I thought I was being invited to.
No. I absolutely was inviting you to. I am just pleased that you took the invite with both hands, as it were. I need to get my mobile phone charger. Oh, that was an endeavor. I nearly...
Okay, I think you said something. I could not hear anything over Ixibron.
I mean, Ixibron is quite loud. No, I said I had to get my mobile phone charger. I was doing a risky maneuver on the Swiss ball. Yeah, it was ambitious, and it worked out for the best. And yeah, I'm just happy that both feet ended up on the ground, rather than me on the ground. So yeah, at the end of the day, it all worked out. As Titus looks up with wonder.
Whoa!
This is the Moonflow.
These are moon lilies. They say that clouds of fireflies gather here when night falls.
The entire river glows like a sea of stars.
I wonder why.
And that's why they call it the Moonflow, not the Starflow.
Hey, I got an idea.
We're not waiting till nightfall.
Oh, Orin! Orin!
Orin, you killjoy.
Then, once we beat Sin, we're coming back.
Ah, Titus, making everyone feel uncomfortable. Look at Walker's face! It's the biggest scowl. Ooh, symbolism. I think they did a symbolism, Chris. What do you think?
They may have.
Oh, wow.
It's quite pretty.
I mean, yeah.
Hey, we better hurry or we'll miss the shoe puff.
Shoe puff? That's some kind of boat?
Yes.
It's pronounced Schwoopuff.
You know, of all the voices I thought you'd do, that frog guy's is not one of them.
Whoa! What the? Whoa!
Is one of the least natural sounding sentences in this game. Whoa, what the whoa.
This is a shoe puff.
Whoa!
What does the fin on its tail do?
Come on, let's go!
All right.
Something
Report soon as we're ready, huh?
hydrodynamics.
I mean... Oh, it's a waka. Spinosaurs have a secondary fin on their tail, don't they?
Yes.
Oh, Walker, at your service.
Yes.
We haven't really checked if we've got any good weapons, do we? We got given a halberd. Ugh. She's she's not magic.
Yeah, we're not planning for Kimahri to be a spellcaster, are we?
No. No.
That seems good.
It is good, but we're not magic. But we'll keep it for now.
Oh, yeah.
So the answer is no. No good weapons.
Oh, Walker.
Nope, don't need that. No, you're not, you're a mage, you don't need that.
Not especially.
Yeah, I like having piercing a bit more than that. Nope. No.
Yeah, I don't think any of this helps.
I guess we should probably get some items since we get them discounted.
Anaphysic offering suggestions on the fin on the shoe puff's tail. Something thermal regulation. That or it's for ritual purposes.
I see Anna has also been reading her Introduction to Archaeology.
No, I don't
Ritual
think so.
purposes.
It's bad idea, yes.
Please, we beg of you.
Impossible! Impossible! What's wrong?
Oh, I love
This guy won't let our chocobo on the shoe puff.
Impossible.
Ah, it is kind of big.
Impossible.
It's just not fair.
He does have a point, though.
Yeah, Clasco, voice of reason.
So what? We just leave him behind?
Yes, just leave him behind.
Hey, I didn't say that. Just
teach the chocobo to swim. It's fine.
It is no good. We will have to
No,
find
clearly
a
they
way.
just have to keep breeding chocobo
We'll find a
until
ford
they
where
get
we
a
can
black
cross our
chocobo or a gold chocobo that
Yes,
can
Captain,
walk on
sir.
water.
But that'll take days.
It's already done. Look at it.
Where
No,
there's a
no,
will,
that's not a gold.
There's a way.
Chocobo color.
That's not a gold chocobo, Chris.
That's our
Come on.
captain.
You have to spend hundreds of hours racing them first.
Frankly, gold seems like
Where there's a
decent
will,
description
there's a
of the
way.
default color of chocobo.
Those words stayed with me.
Clearly, Chris, you've never got a
I wonder
real
how
gold
Captain
chocobo.
Lucille is doing.
No. And I don't intend to.
I mean, it's worth it. Knights of the Round is, I mean, if you're gonna do anything in that game, important, let's say.
Let the driver know when you're ready.
Thanks.
Riding a shoe puff isn't
You know,
that
I'm
much
looking
fun.
up images and like a gold chocobo just looks yellow to
How
me.
little you know. Some things little boys never grow out of.
Waka.
Right?
Like, what can that animal be designed for?
Well,
Just looking at the picture up there.
filter feeding?
But why is it trunk so curly? I mean, it could be a stylistic drawing. You're right. Out of the way, lady. What's he got? Andy? No. Nope. And nope. I didn't do anything for you. Oh, what does Machen want? Hey, talk to me.
Would you like to hear a bit about the
Supposed to tell us
wondrous
about
shoe
shoe
puffs?
We would like to hear about the shoe
Absolutely.
puff.
Let's hear all about shoe puffs.
There are many things we do not know about the shoe puff.
Yeah, like why it's got a fin on its
For
tail.
example, what does it eat? It eats nothing. The water it sucks through its schnoz somehow supports its considerable size.
Right, yeah, so you are correct.
As it eats teeny-weeny waterborne organisms.
Teeny weeny, technical term.
Yep. Same with the schnoz.
That is everything he knows about shoe puffs.
I think you might be
10
right.
years ago.
Oh god.
Ah, a history lesson?
We just talked to the history guy, Warren.
Shoe-puff here. Surprised, he drew his blade and struck it.
Why?
He was drunk. Thought it was a fiend.
Good.
Oh, brother.
We offered all the money we had as an apology. Jecht never drank again. But it would seem that Shoe-puff still works here.
So basically, Jecht was terrible at killing fiends. Moral of that story.
Well, a shoe puff is very big.
See, this is one quite cool thing, that the shoe puff is free.
Cool how?
Like, it's just an interesting insight, as it were, into like the economy of the area. It's a bit of world building. Shoe puff is free to ride. The temples pay for the shoe puff. Out of, one assumes, the donations of the people. Like, it's just it's a nice touch, I think.
Anna has more thoughts on shoe puff biology.
Oh, please tell me.
Probably uses the trunk to root around in mud or reach tall branches. Yeah, seems reasonable. Curled up as a resting position that causes less torque as the animal moves about. The tip of the nose is probably pretty sensitive, so not having it flopping around near the ground is ultimately adaptive as well. I can believe that.
I can absolutely believe that. We have Anna write a guest entry on your blog about the the anatomy of a shoe puff. Can you read this? Can you read this line for me, Chris?
I'll see if I can do it. Dangerous when shoe puffs close. Wants to be smooshed? Impossible.
Ah, that's good.
Right.
Go on, Chris.
Ride the shoe puff?
I'm ready, let me on.
All aboards.
Oh god, I hadn't even looked at the time. We're nearly finished for the day, Chris.
Shoe puff launching.
Go on, Chris.
Shoe puff ready for launching.
It's quite a wide river.
Yeah, it's substantial.
I wonder about the... like, where does the water come from?
Huh?
Take a look.
What?
Fountains?
Well, I mean, we don't really see a giant lake, do we?
Whoa! A sunken city.
A Machina city, 1,000 years old. They built the city on top of bridges across a river.
But the weight of the city caused the bridges to collapse, and it all sank to the bottom.
It's what happens when you let an engineer, an architect do the work and don't ask the engineers.
Yeah. Why build a city over a river, yeah?
Well, it would be convenient with all that water.
I love how Titus just nails it.
That's not why. They just wanted to prove they could defy the laws of nature.
I'm not so sure about that.
It's in the
Devin has
teachings.
taught us. When humans have power, they seek to use it. If you don't stop them, they go too far, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't you use Machina too? Like the stadium and stuff, right?
Yevon, it decides.
There are
Which
arbitrary
machina we
rules
may
in
use
place
and
about what
which
we can
we may
use and what
not.
we can't use.
So what kind of Machina may we not use then?
Remember Operation Mihan? That kind.
Or war will rage again.
Guns and stuff, except for the fact that all the temple monks all
More
use
than
guns.
1,000 years ago,
Yeah.
mankind waged war using Machina to kill.
they kept building more
Seems like
and
a
more
reasonable
powerful
principle,
machina.
but
They made weapons so powerful,
not one that they actually
it
hold
was
to.
thought they could destroy the entire world.
The people feared that Spira would be destroyed.
But the war did not stop.
What happened then?
Sin came, and it destroyed the cities and their machina.
The war ended.
I wonder if
And
there's
our
an
reward
opportunity to read this
was
through like a
So, sin's our punishment
post
for
World
letting
War
things get out
II
of
Japanese
hand, eh?
lens.
Oh, definitely.
Man, that's rough.
I mean, this is
Yeah,
the only
it is.
country in the world that's been on the
But
receiving
it's
end of
not like
nuclear
the machina
weapons.
are bad.
Only as bad as their users.
Yeah, yeah.
Because of
I
people like the
wonder.
Al-Bed screwing everything up.
Wonder if I can set you an essay question, Chris. Read the plot of Final Fantasy X, and especially
Sit down.
that discussion there
Sorry!
The Al-Bed!
through a post World War II Japanese lens.
Luna, we'll save you!
I've never noticed the underwater effect on his voice there.
No, I didn't notice it even then.
It sounded like the voice actor was like trilling his lips while he was saying it. So it was like, oh, that cutscene was so long it turned my controller off. Honorable to lightning. Well, good thing we've got a mage underwater.
Yeah. This is gonna be great.
This will be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. 200 damage. Good. We've got a black mage and a white mage, Chris. What could go wrong? Is everyone okay? Chris nearly killed all of us. I don't think I appreciate that. I don't need any of those. Oh good, Waka does as much damage with his attack as Titus does with his spells. Good.
Right.
This is absolutely fine. This is absolutely fine. Come on, Titus. Then we find out it does like 1,000 damage, and then it's absolutely not fine. Ah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay, heal.
As long as he heals more than 200 damage. Oh, there we go. That's fine.
It's a great white mage.
He's a passable white mage.
Great.
Oh, and then we can cut things. Oh good, it does twice as much damage as his spells. Waka being blinded, not a problem. He's a mage anyway. Oh. There we go. It just kind of looks like a standard Final Fantasy city. Now that we're down here, we can actually, you know, take a good look at the building. It just kind of, it looks a little bit like Zanarkand, I guess.
Yeah.
And like the ruins,
Makes sense if it's supposed to be a product of the same culture.
or the same, yeah, the same time period in technology, right? If not the same culture. It's in pretty good condition for 1,000 years under the water.
Well, I guess a lot of the buildings are stone.
Are they?
They look stone.
Maybe? I always assumed that they were maybe metal.
Possibly, I suppose.
Like, because they're kind of pseudo-futuristic, right?
But a lot of the architecture sphere is based off Southeast Asian temples.
A good point.
Which I think you can kind of see here as well.
Oh no, absolutely you can. Absolutely you can. It does actually, with the raised platforms, gives me a Final Fantasy VIII vibe, funnily enough. It reminds me of the ridiculous technology city that they have in that. The name is Esther, I think?
No idea.
Oh right, we have to use elemental reels. Do you know why, Chris, we have to use elemental reels? Because I lost that damn Blitzball game.
Oh yeah.
Oh jeez. Life is terrible.
Life is terrible. Not that terrible.
Well, yeah, I was trying to get all electric so that it would do slightly more damage. I think that's how that works. I don't know. Elemental reels is terrible.
I think if you have all three matched, then it hits all enemies in the back.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's correct.
I don't know if it does any damage to a single enemy.
Oh look! Hey, we won!
Yeah. Nice spell work there, Titus.
Yeah, he was just hung in there. He kept shocking and shocking and shocking, and eventually the terrible treading water machine. They don't make great robots, do they?
They make passable robots.
I mean, for what they seem to be able to create.
Are you hurt?
Like, that's for a fairly complex machine. They could be far more efficient and effective with that.
Those outbed.
But instead they choose to shoot blitz balls rather than rocks.
We're all okay now.
Yuna.
Super full speed ahead.
Whew.
Well, they probably repurposed it from some kind of blitzball machine.
Damn the outbed.
I have to assume.
What do they want from us? Could it have something to do with Luca? What are they after Yuna for? Wait, they're mad they lost the tournament. Oh wait, they're mad about Operation Mihen.
God.
I wonder. Didn't Kamari's clansmen say something about summoners disappearing?
So the outbed are behind that. Those sand-blasted grease monkeys.
Wow.
Everyone's just awkwardly silent.
Also, how does he know that they're sandblasted?
It's no use complaining
If
about
they don't know where home is.
We'll protect
I
you
don't
from
know.
anyone, anywhere.
I guess they know that the
It's that
Albed
easy.
generally live in a desert somewhere.
That's all I need to know.
Do they?
I guess so.
I guess they must.
Either that or sandblasted grease monkeys is just a regular insult to throw around. Also, the term grease monkey is an interesting one because it implies the existence of, like...
Monkeys?
Well, yes, monkeys, but also, like, modern engines? Like, 20th century, at least, engines?
I don't know, they have machines with moving parts.
Yeah, but...
They have grease to lubricate things.
Kimari fail as guardian on Shupov. Kimari never fail again.
Oh, get ready, Kamari, you're gonna fail plenty throughout the course of this game.
Might be more outbed. Keep watch, yeah?
Yeah.
Looks
Yeah,
like we're
I
stuck
can
here
see
for a
one right
while.
now.
Ah, half of one. Oh god, fan clubs everywhere. Well, Chris, I think it's about that time.
I think it is.
I don't think we want to go to the next screen because then we're going to have to go through one of those big cutscenes. And I think we can save that for next time.
List, yeah.
All right.
We can meet Riku.
Yeah. So with that in mind, I think it's time to say goodbye to everyone. Thanks for rejoining us here, especially you, Anna. It's always great to have you around. Sorry we've been away for so long. We'll try and come back and make this a more regular thing. Now that, you know, my internet isn't awful. Or it doesn't seem to be awful at this point in time. Do you have any...
Who knows what the future holds?
Not me. Do you have anything to say, Chris?
No, I think I'm good.
You think you're good? Well, in that case, I've been Jim the Editor. That's been Chris from Pokemaniacal. Do go over to his website, Pokemaniacal.com, and check out all of his stuff and some of my stuff there. Two of the things that I've written. So yeah, until next time, I hope you guys hear from us soon.